فيكم. جزاك الله خير أستاذ.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اتبع هداه. فالحمد لله, we have reached الدرس العشرون, lesson 20, فضل من Allah. And in this lesson, the author introduces a couple of very interesting points. And if I'm not mistaken, the concept of al-muthanna, which is dual, was already introduced in Madeenah book 1. Can someone just remind me and confirm that, please? Am I right to say that the concept of al-muthanna or dual, that was actually mentioned, that was taught as a basic concept in Madeenah book 1, and that is where you add alif and noon to the end of a noun, and that turns it into dual, meaning two. Anyone here recall that?
Yeah, it's there in the last chapter, last chapters of first book.
Is there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 21 or 22 chapter.
Near the end, just before al-mamnu' min as-sarf.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jayyid. And
Even
you?
Ustad, even ismu ishara also, that alif noon adding become
Exactly. هذان الكتابان هذان الكتابان لزيد, for example. هذان الكتابان لزيد. These two books belong to Zayd. So that as a concept has already been taught in Madeenah book 1. So building on that concept comes Ad-Dars al-Ishrun in book 2. But before going into Dars al-Ishrun, let's have a quick recap on the i'rab of this sentence over here. هذان الكتابان لزيد. Okay, let's go. Let me get to a white screen, whiteboard. All right. Madeenah book 1, lesson 1. هذا كتاب. Correct? Okay. In terms of i'rab, هذا, this is the mubtada. And kitabun, what is it? Khabar. Sahih? What is the ruling in terms of i'rab? What is the ruling of mubtada? Anyone? المبتدا مرفوع. أليس كذلك؟ أليس كذلك يا إخوان؟
بلى.
بلى. والخبر ما حكمه الإعرابي؟
مرفوع.
أيضا مرفوع. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. هذا اسم إشارة. And اسم إشارة in most cases is مبني. مبني. So even though this is في محل رفع, is in the state of being مرفوع, in actual fact there's no علامة الإعراب. There's no sign of it being مرفوع because it's مبني. And the علامة الإعراب الأصلية in terms of marfu' is the dhamma, correct? And that's what you see in the khabar. Khabar is kitabun. Khabar marfu' wa alamatu raf'ihi ad-dhamma. جيد. So now let's move to muthanna. Let's change these to muthanna, meaning dual. هذان كتابان. هذان كتابان. So over here something changes. In actual fact, over here something changes. Still, we have a situation of mubtada and khabar, where هذان is mubtada and kitabani is khabar. هذان is marfu' and kitabani as khabar is also marfu'. So far, it's identical to the previous example. Okay, now comes the difference. The difference is in one thing only. And that one thing is that ism ishara in the singular form is mabniyun. Is fixed. And therefore there's no alamatul i'rab. And in the case of hadani, this is not mabni. Does anyone know the opposite of mabni?
معرب.
أحسنت أخي أكرم. معربون. The word mu'rab is used to describe a word that is not mabni. Here is mu'rabun. Write it over here. Mu'rabun means not mabniyun. Ahsant. Ahsantum. So hadani, this word here, this is actually mu'rab. It's not mabni. So if this is mu'rab and it is marfu', what's the next logical question that you're going to ask?
علامة.
Barakallahu feek. Ma hiya alamatul i'rab. If this is mu'rab and this is marfu', what is the sign of it being marfu'? And as you know, alamatul i'rab are of two types. Alamatun asliyatun. Alamat al-i'rab are of two types. They can be asliyatun and they can also be what?
فرعية.
أحسنت أخي إمران. فرعية. So you asliya, this is the main ones, and far'iyya, these are the secondary ones. Primary and secondary. Asliya, things like marfu' bidhamma, mansub bifatha, majroor bikasra, majzoom bisukun. As for far'iyya, we have varied amounts of signs. Sometimes we have waw and noon, as in the case of muslimuna. The waw, afwan. And sometimes we have thubut and noon in some verbs. And sometimes we have ya as we saw recently, sometimes we have hadfun noon. لا بأس زيد وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. أيوة أخي, I apologize about the voice being low. I'm sorry about that. I think there is some issue definitely with my computer and Zoom. In some software it comes out to be okay, and others it comes out to be like louder. But apparently, if you listen to it through another software, Mixler, if it's on, or YouTube or something, you might get a clearer sound. Allahu Alam. I don't think it's you, Akhi Abu Bakr. So anyway, so sometimes it's noon, thabut noon, and sometimes it's hadfun noon. These are some of the examples. And today we have a new one. It's this alif. Hadani. Kitabani. Alif is alamatul i'rab in the case of muthanna. In the case of muthanna. So hadani mubtada marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi. Someone give me the answer?
Presence of noon or presence of alif.
Alif.
الألف. الألف. كتابان خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه
ألف لأنه
بارك الله فيك
مثنى.
أكرم. الألف. الألف. جيد. So what happens if there is if the word becomes mansoob, for example, maf'ulun bihi. If you say, for example, ishtaraytu kitab, and you don't want to say it's maf'ulun bihi.
كتابين.
أحسنت. اشتريت كتابين. أين الفعل وأين الفاعل وأين المفعول به؟
تاء فاعل.
تاء ضمير هذا الفاعل. أحسنت.
Yeah.
الفعل اشترى. مفعول به كتابين.
كتاب.
مفعول به is منصوب. Now what do you know about the علامة الإعراب للنصب في المثنى? What could you tell me? مثنى, which means dual. Mansub, which in normal terms will be fatha. In this case, what is it, Akhi Akram?
Yeah.
Al-ya, as you can see over here. The alif, which was showing rafa', became a ya, and this is showing nasb. What do you think is going to be if it was majroor? For example, if I say, I passed by two people, or I said salam to. Salamtu. Salamtu ala. What? Don't need that. There. Ala raju. Two brothers, two men. Salamtu ala. What's it going to be?
رجلين.
أحسنت. سلمت على رجلين. So again, in this case, because of the harful jar, ala, this is majroor. وعلامة جره الياء. So now you can see that the ya in the case of muthanna is the alamatul nasb, is also the alamatul jar. Is that clear, everyone?
نعم.
Barakallahu feekum. And with that introduction, inshallah, we can now go into Dars al-Ishrun, because Dars al-Ishrun is giving us all of this. Now we have a conversation happening between Al-Abu, Bashirun, Muawiyatu. These are the three people who are talking. So if I can get three brothers to raise their hands so that you're able to take the mic.
Mar is also there. Mar is also there in this, the fourth line.
Have one. Oh yeah, Omar, sah.
Oh, it is Omar. Okay, sorry.
Ah, Abdul Kareem. Why is it Umar and not Amr? Anyone?
There is no wow.
There's no wow. Hassan, there's no wow. Previously, we had taken that the differentiating sign between Umar and Amr is the wow. If you see this, if you see that, just ignore it. But if you see this, it's Umar. And if you see this, is it Amr or Amru?
عمر.
Amr. This is, my handwriting is getting worse by the day. I don't know what it is. I think it's this. I can just blame the tools, right? That's what they say about bad worksman. He blames his tools. What's that in there? Okay. Try to do that again. Amr. So this wow is not to be pronounced. It's just there to show that this name here is mamnu' min as-sarf. It's Umar and the fatha on the meme. And this one here is not mamnu' min as-sarf, it's munsarif. And it's Amrun. Amrun. The other one is Umaru. Is that okay, Akhi Abdul Kareem?
That's interesting.
Barakallah feek. Nama, we had that in one of the lessons. It came up possibly 3, 4, 5 lessons ago. The author, on purpose, he put both of these two names in the text in order to teach us that point of differentiation. And we spoke about how nowadays, when people are called Amr, like here, Abu Bakr, here with us in Saudi, the students, for example, if anyone's name is Amr, he will actually call himself Amru. He will, and even I met some students, they, when we were teaching in the English school, they spelled their names Amro. That's their official passport spelling. You ask them, what's your name? They say Amru. This is common in Sudan and common in Egypt. So they lost that concept of this wow, why it's there. They actually
So Ustad, that is mistake, is it?
It seems like a mistake. Allahu A'lam, maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Maybe it's there in the.
No, Ustad, you are right, because the hadith in Amr bin As, it's wow is mentioned, and specifically Umar without wow is mentioned. So
No,
this is
the sound.
This is
principle is
Amr.
sound, but the point is that we need to check, Akhi Akram,
Mm.
is did the Arabs of old, all of them without any exception, pronounce it as Amr? Or was there anyone amongst them saying Amru? Because if they pronounced it as Amru, then khalas, then we can just take it to dialect. That's in some dialects as Amr and others as Amru. Okay? So often, us guys, when we start learning the language, we come across something and then we find the Arabs doing it wrong, and we go up in arms. We say, oh, look, the Arabs don't know their own language. And, but in actual fact, a lot of the things that the Arabs of today, they say, which is classic, which is recognized as street Arabic or slang Arabic or, casual Arabic, it has its origins in the Sharia, in the ancient Arabic language. For example, when they say, did so and so come? They say, e. What do they mean? You say to someone, ja rajul, did the man come? They say, e. And what does e mean? Anyone know?
Naam.
It means
Like-
na'am. And in the Quran, Allah Ta'ala says, E wa Rabbi, innahu lahaq. Yes, by your Lord it is the truth. Yeah, we didn't know that, and we were saying, oh, these people, they don't know the word na'am, and they're saying e. What's this sound that they're making? So we're making fun of them because we're learning Arabic and we know it and they don't know it. La ya akhi. Even the word ish. Even the word
Yeah,
ish. Yeah, ish. Sometimes we say, what's this? People, they don't know how to speak. They're saying ish. But you found in some early texts, if I'm not mistaken, some hadith, it says ish. Ish hada, meaning ayyu shay'in. Hada. What thing is this? Anyway, we have actually detracted from where we were. And let's get to where so we need, in actual fact, we'll take 3 readers and no problem, because Omar's name only coming up a couple of times, and he can also be read by Muawiyah, same one who's reading Muawiyah. So 3 readers. We've got Abdul Kareem, we've got Abu Bakr, and we need 1 more reader, please. If you just switch your mic on and you'll come to the top. تفضل أخي Imran. طيب, Abdul Kareem, take up, please. Abu Bakr, take Bashir, and Umar, please. Sorry, you take Bashir, please. And Imran, you take Umar and Muawiyah. تفضل أخي Abdul Kareem.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Abu, kam suratan hafista ya Bashiru.
Abu Bakr.
Oh, I thought you were going to give an explanation. Sorry. حفظت سورة واحدة.
Ahsant. So since you were suggesting an explanation, here we have Suratan Mansub. Here we have Suratan Mansub. Are they both Mansub for the same reason?
No,
So what's the difference?
I think كم, is it عدد ومعدود?
جزاك الله خيرا. محاولة طيبة. That's a good try, أخي. In actual fact, it's not عدد ومعدود, but it's actually called
Tamyiz.
تمييز.
Oh,
تمييز. منصوب على التمييز. Tamyiz is a state of a word which is like a differentiator. And it is a tamyiz is nakira and it's mansub. Or the word that comes after kam. 3 things you know about the word that comes after kam. The word is nakira, the word is mufrad, and the word is mansub. Okay? Nakira means without alif or lam. Mufrad means singular, not jam'. And mansub, as you know, it takes fatha. That's why suratan. Kam suratan hafidhta. Okay, now actually I'm just, while I'm reading the sentence again, I may be double tracking and actually go back on myself and say that this is maf'ulun bihi muqaddam. It could be related to hafidhta, حفظت كم سورة. It could be actually, Allahu Alam. This could be badal, kam could be maf'ulun bihi. Okay, in any case, let's not get too technical. But yeah, I may have to take back what I just said, that this is tamyiz. In normal, simple, ordinary terms, the word after kam is going to be tamyiz, and it's going to be mansoob, mufrad, nakira. But in this situation, it could well be that it turns out like it's Wallahu alam, maf'ulun bihi muqaddam, or even badal from kam, and kam is maf'ulun bihi muqaddam, wallahu alam. So he
And
says
it's the one
حفظت
thing at a time.
سورة واحدة. جيد تفضل أخي.
Sorry, Ustad, they said, can it be more than one of those things at the same
No,
time?
I don't think so. No, it's going to be one only. الله أعلم. تفضل أخي. الأب.
وكم سورة حفظت يا عمر عمر in this case.
أيوه. That's with you, Imran.
أنا حفظت سورتين.
بارك الله فيك. And this is our lesson. أنا حفظت سورتين. Somebody give me the إعراب of سورتين.
Mansub.
أيوه. It is منصوب. وعلامة رفعه وعلامة نصبه
Ya.
وعلامة نصبه الياء. بارك الله فيك. تفضل أخي الكريم عمران.
يا أبتي جاء اليوم مدرسان جديدان أحدهما للفقه والآخر للحديث.
جيد. So Muawiyah is telling his dad some information. He said جاء اليوم مدرسان. What is the إعراب of مدرسان?
Marfu.
لماذا؟
Alif. Mudarisani. Alif.
لا
Presence of alif.
I didn't say بماذا. I said لماذا. Not بما. I said لما.
Can it be file?
Is file. مثل ما قال, just like learning in progress said. We don't know who learning in progress is. We just have this name. فاعل مرفوع. It'd be good if you can sign in with your proper name so that we can address you inshallah appropriately. Jazakumullahu khairan. And then also that way we know to give you the microphone or not. Because as a principle we don't have the sisters still talking on the mics. Ya abati. Oh my father. This is a polite way of speaking. It's also mentioned in the Quran. جاء اليوم جاء الفعل. This is the fi'l. The fa'il is مدرسان مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الألف. جديدان. What's جديدان then?
Naat.
نعت. بارك الله فيك. Okay, I'm just having a look at this answer given by one of the learners. وعلامة الرفع ألف الاثنين نيابة عن الأمة لأنه مثنى. لا, I don't get that. Oh, الضمة. أيوة. You mean to say نيابة عن الضمة. Yes. لأنه مثنى. جيد. خير. ما شاء الله. Then this is something new we have. So this one here you said, this is, what did you say, Afwan? That it is na'at. Na'at of mudarrisani. So it's also marfu' وعلامة الرفع الألف. وعلامة الرفع الألف. طيب, then he said أحدهما. And this is nice because this is using the dhamir huma. أحدهما means one of them. أحدهما, one of them, one of the teachers, one of the two. للفقه والآخر, and the other one. This is good language to learn, okay? أحدهما للفقه والآخر للحديث. One teacher is a fiqh teacher and the other one is a hadith teacher. تفضل أخي بشير. Who's reading Bashir?
أنا. يا أبتي قرأت اليوم الكتابين. Sorry. قرأت اليوم كتابين.
لا, 1 second.
Oh, that's better, yeah. يا أبتي قرأت اليوم كلمتين جديدتين في هذا الكتاب.
ما شاء الله. That's beautiful. يا أبتي, oh my father. قرأت اليوم, today I read. كلمتين. What's the i'rab of كلمتين?
منصوب
مفعول به.
مفعول به منصوب. بارك الله فيك. وعلامة نصبه
علامة الفرعية وهو ياء.
أحسنت. علامة نصبه الياء لأنه مثنى. كلمتين جديدتين. Oh, this is so nice. Look at this. What's جديدتين?
نعم.
بارك الله فيك. So over here we had جديدان. Over here we have جديدتين. I think you can all see the difference. You can see what's going on. What's happening here? Why this one جديدتين and this one جديدان? Two new teachers, two new words. But the na'at is so different.
Not follow the man'ut.
Wow. Don't be upset, Akram. You sound upset with me. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right, Akhi. Ahsant. The na'at follows the man'ut. And the man'ut, kalimatayni, number one is muthanna. So it's going to have also be muthanna. Number two, it's mu'annath. It's feminine. So the na'at is also going to be feminine. It's got the ta marbuta on it. Thirdly, it is mansoob. So this is also going to be mansoob. And that is kalimatayni jadidatayni. Previous case, mudarrisani, nakira. Jadidani is also nakira. Mudarrisani is muthanna. Jadidani is also muthanna. Mudarrisani is mudhakkar. Jadidani is also mudhakkar. And lastly, mudarrisani is marfu'. So jadidani is also marfu'. And you can say the same thing over here. Kalimatayni jadidatayni. Fi hadha al-kitabi. Why is there kasra on al-kitabi?
لأنه بدل من هذا.
بدل من هذا. أحسنت. هذا, this is majroor from fi, and the al-kitabi is badal from hada. The ab, what did he say, akhi?
Ma huma.
Huma. Ma huma. What are these two words? And now you know the author is trying to teach you something here. He's trying to show you that huma is used for mudarrisani, and huma is used for kalimatani. What does it show you?
It's same for Mudhakkar and Muannath.
It's the same dhamir for mudhakkar and for muannath. أحسنت أخي الكريم بارك الله فيك. It's the same dhamir. هما مدرسان. هما كلمتان or كلمتين. If it's marfu', if it's mansoob, it's all the same. Just give me a second, please.
That's interesting.
طيب. So what are these two words the father is interested in? Bashir says,
Okay, sorry. هما المشط والمخدة.
بارك الله فيكم. So what does this mean?
Is it comb and pillow?
أحسنت. It is al-musht. This is the comb. Al-mikhaddatu. This is a pillow. بارك الله فيك. تفضل أخي الكريم. استمر. Please continue.
عرفت معناهما معناهما.
Again, please.
عرفت معناهما.
أحسنت. أعرفت معناهما. أعرفت. This is an interesting combination of two letters. I remember my very first proper Quran lesson with a teacher in a Masjid Nabawi, Sheikh Abdullah Shaqiti. I spent the first 45 minutes of my lesson trying to say A'udhu Billahi min Shaitanir Rajeem correctly. Because the first one is alif and then the second one is ain. So it's a'u. I remember walking home that day I felt like I had a bruised throat. And here you have those two letters combined again. أعرفت معناهما. أعرفت معناهما. Do you know their meanings, meaning both of their meanings? تفضل أخي.
Oh, it's me again, yeah?
MashaAllah.
Mohsen.
Day for you.
Is it just na'am with the sakun and the mim?
سكون نعم.
Okay. نعم. سألت المدرس دقيقة. سألت مدرسة. Okay.
أحسنت.
سألت المدرسة فشرح لي معناهما.
أحسنت. خلاص. Keep going, please.
Yeah. أنا الآن أذهب إلى السوق.
أيوة, again, please.
أنا الآن أذهب إلى السوق.
أيوة أخي عبد الكريم. أنا الآن
أذهب إلى السوق.
Why أذهب with a سكون?
أذهب.
Okay, it is أنا, so yeah, it will be أذهب.
It's always going to be marfu' at the beginning if there's nothing to change it. If it's going to have a sukoon, then it's going to be something making it majzoom, like lam, for example, or la nahiya. Yeah?
Yeah.
I can't see adhab with la nahiya, like he's forbidding himself. Wouldn't really work with it. You can say la tadhhab ila suq. You can't really say la adhhab ila suq as a command. تفضل أخي نعم.
أنا الآن أذهب إلى السوق. أتريدون شيئا؟
بارك الله فيك. I think that's straightforward. نعم. Umar said.
أريد دفترا.
جيد. Muawiyah says.
Oh, that's me again.
You got to switch hats, bro.
عندي عندي دفتران وأريد دفترين آخرين آخرين.
Akharaini. This is amazing. This lesson is so nice. I mean, it looks full of benefits. Back over here, he says, أحدهما للفقه والآخر للحديث. Over here, he said, آخرين. عندي دفتران مرفوع وأريد دفترين منصوب. آخرين منصوب again and نعت. جميل جدا. I think it's clear. Hopefully it's clear to everyone, inshallah. Let's keep going.
Is it me? عندي ملفان صغيران وأريد ملفين كبيرين.
Amazing. So here we have Umar, Muawiyah, and Bashir telling their dad what they want. Umar just needs a daftar. Muawiyah has 2 copybooks, 2 notebooks, 2 daftarani, but he needs 2 more. Daftaraini akharaini, 2 extra, 2 others. Bashir, he has 2 files or 2 folders. Milaffani, milaffun, milaffun. This is a folder. Milaffani, folders, 2 folders. Saghirani, he has 2 small folders. Wa uridu milaffaini kabiraini. So again, this is marfu' وعلامة رفعه الألف. This is منصوب مفعول به منصوب وعلامة نصبه الياء. كبيرين is نعت of ملفين. ملفين is nakira, كبيرين is nakira. ملفين is مذكر, كبيرين is مذكر. ملفين is مثنى, كبيرين is مثنى. ملفين is منصوب, كبيرين is منصوب. So the na'at is following the man'ut in every way. Barakallahu feekum.
This might be a silly question, but is
No,
أريد أو أريد فعل؟
It is Akhil Kareem. If you remember, we go back to تقريبا الدرس السابع عشر or الثامن عشر. That's when this word أريد was introduced. It's from أراد يريد. عفوا, that's terrible. Oh. أراد, that's فعل ماضي. يريد, that's فعل مضارع. And the فعل مضارع يريد, now just look at the حرف المضارعة, which is the ya, and it can be nuridu, it can be yuridu, and it can be uridu.
بارك الله فيك.
Then it can be yuriduna, turiduna, turidina, and it basically means want. To want. Uridu, I want. أنا أريد. أريد, this is the فعل, and the فاعل is ضمير مستتر. تقديره أنا. ملفين مفعول به منصوب. So, just to make it clear, I think it's fair to make it clear that أريد, this is the فعل. Where's the فاعل?
ملفين. Oh, فاعل.
أنا.
أنا.
He didn't say أنا. So it's ضمير مستتر. تقديره أنا. When he says أريد, he means أنا أريد, as you said. And ملفين, what's this?
مفعول به.
مفعول به منصوب. مفعول به منصوب. وعلامة نصبه
Yeah.
الياء. بارك الله فيك. لأنه مثنى. جيد. We're almost coming to the end of the lesson, but there's still some interesting points to mention. Okay, we will continue this next lesson, inshallah. Also take the exercises, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, next class. I think we should stop there, inshallah, because it's late. I know in some parts of, and the original plan was to have the lesson for 40 to 45 minutes, but when the lesson was earlier, we were able to get more done. Since it's later, we should be respectful of the timings in the eastern part of the earth, the world, where it's late. Barakallahu feekum wa jazakumullahu khairan. And let me finish just by
Allah yazid khair.
reminding you all of a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is in actual fact the very last hadith in, what am I about to say? What am I about to say? Can anyone understand what I'm going to say? The last hadith in
صحيحين.
Sahih al-Bukhari.
He's a robot. He's a no, do this now. No, but
Someone's got their mic on.
Still in the
And
class.
if you don't mind, inshallah, to
Yeah.
maybe mute the mic.
I can't.
Control Z. You too. I didn't mess with you. This is the first time other than the car ticket I was watching with you. I'm watching you, and the car ticket I'll show you something. I want to show you. Why would I me watch?
No problem, Akhi. طيب. So the last hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari. This hadith, to find the hadith is homework. And you should WhatsApp it to me. Don't say it now, please, and don't send it to the group. When you find that hadith, inshallah, you will know the reason why I asked you to find it. Khair? The homework is to find the very last hadith on Sahih al-Bukhari and send it to me on WhatsApp. If it is a sister, then I prefer that you don't send me a direct message, as that's against the adab that the ulama have taught us. But what you can do is email it to me and making sure that you copy somebody else in the email. Now, I can't promise I'm going to reply to your emails, but at least I will acknowledge them by myself, to myself, inshallah.
Or if they want, they can email Markaz Al-Athari in CC.
Oh, you are. That's good. abuishaq@hotmail.com. And the email for Markaz Athari, please?
It's Markaz dot Athari, ATHARI.
Gmail, right?
Yeah, that's right.
MashaAllah, lovely handwriting.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, actually, I have an excuse now. Now you know why my Arabic is bad. The English is like that. How's the Arabic going to be? In any case, yeah, I'm sure it reminds you of preschool, huh, Abu Bakr? It brings a childish touch to the class. Okay, my brothers, also to the sisters, Jazakumullah khairan. Homework, find the last hadith Sahih Bukhari, send it to me in WhatsApp from the brothers. Sisters can email me, making sure they copy in markaz@gmail.com. Wallahu a'lam wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sallam.
بارك الله فيك بارك الله الله يزيدك خير.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The uncle just typed all that information in rather than writing it on the screen.
جزاك الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Salam.